Welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is Single Mom Guided Life, where I try to navigate through finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. And I bring you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable. Whew. Yes, I had to take a deep breath or sigh, or some type of sigh relief or anything. So let's first tell you what this video is, and as you can see, it's going to be a paycheck breakdown. We do paycheck breakdowns to tell our money what to do before it tells us what to do. Well, this week that was not the case. My money told me what to do, y'all. I actually did some stress spending because I don't know, I fell into the realm of feeling like things were uncertain, and so I started taking things in my own hand and trying to, navigate through that. And so I spent out of accounts I shouldn't have spent it out of. Therefore, I need to get back on track. And that's what is important. What is important, I have the ability to get back on track to set everything right. So this will be my fourth paycheck that I'm receiving for my November budget. If you're new to my channel, I am a biweekly earner, which means that I get paid every other week. In turn, 2 months out of the year, I get a third check, which I refer to those months as magic months. They typically fall in January and July. But because I dedicate 2 paychecks a month to my budget in the beginning of the year, then the magic months fall mid to an end of year. And so I dedicated November to one of those magic months. So that's where I have my fourth check, which is actually my third check from my employer. I did receive that on the 20th. And the total amount that I received was $1,868.70. Another thing is that this is the 200 millionth recording. No, just take 2. I end up breaking a piece off of my table mount that I use to record. And I did attempt this with my older table mount, but it was just out of frame. I couldn't get it out of frame because this comes with in order to get it to move around, I can't get the words, but this one moves a lot smoother than the other. The other one is like more of a bar, and I have to, pull at it to get it to go places, and that's really tough. So this is a little bit more easier to move around. The functionality of it is so much better. So in turn, I end up contacting the company. They asked me to send the picture of what item was actually broken to see if they can actually fix that. And then in the meantime, I decided just to repurchase it so I can go ahead and record all of the videos I have to record. So you'll have content for the upcoming week, because the upcoming week I will be MIA. So let's finish this. I don't have to pull anything out of savings. The rollover is $412.44. So let's just add that together. $1,868.70 plus $412.44. So that's $2,281.14. So that's what I have to work with, because this is the third check from my employer. I don't pay any bills out of this check because I've already paid the bills, because I already had 2 checks from my employer. So what I usually dedicate, of course, I'm a giver, so giving is a must, and that's going to be $160. Now let's talk about what happened with this stress spending. So I start spending out of my envelope system categories prior to me actually funding them. And I did that by pulling out of my unbudgeted account and my side income account. As far as my unbudgeted account is that these items I wouldn't classify as unbudgeted because I could have waited to actually purchase these items. I just let stress take over and I start spending from it. Therefore, I have to put that money back. So that is, we're going to put the unbudgeted here, and that's for the unbudgeted account, and I spent a total of $81.34. And then side income, I typically, and that looks like a V, but that'll be okay. My side income, I typically do not touch that until after the month is done, and then I budget for my side income and then allocate it to its categories. Well, what happened was my unbudgeted card started acting funny in this one store, and I had my side income card, and I was like, girl, go ahead and swipe, it'll be okay. And then I just start swiping, and actually spent $100.43. And that has to go back to this account. So let's see what that totals for us. So that's $341.77. Okay, so with our envelope system, we have 6 categories: fun money, gifts, groceries. I don't know why. Maybe that looks like that. Groceries, household, personal, and then restaurants. Okay, so for fun money, or for this section, I always refer to my little cheat sheet. This is my divider, and I put these stickies on here, and I list the categories and how much I should place there. So for fun money, I didn't spend out of this category prior to it being funded, so I'm going to put the full $50. For gifts, I didn't spend anything out of gifts, so I'm going to put the full $300. Now for groceries, I did spend out of this prior to me actually funding this. Therefore, I'm only going to send $60. For household, I did spend out of this category prior, so I'm going to only put in $43. Then for personal, I spent out of this category, and then I actually underfunded this category. This category should have been $250, but I didn't do that. I made it $100, so I under budgeted about $150, and I already spent the $100 before I even touched the personal and funded it. Therefore, I'm just going to put $150. And then for restaurants, I didn't spend out of this category, so I'm going to fund that full $100. Now there was 2 categories that I did have left over, and that was in the household category at $10.09, and then for restaurants it was $2.03. And usually I add that and put that there, but it's totally fine just to keep me and keep a little reminder. So let's go ahead and let's total that. So that's 50, 300, 60, 43, 150, and 100. So that's $703. Then for sinking funds, we have the following categories we're going to actually fund is car maintenance, gas, Papa, and property. When I initially did this, I didn't include property here, but I know that I wanted to put something towards property. And I think I looked at something else, like another budgeting form, and noticed that it was there, but it wasn't there. I think it was on my budget pre-plan, but I didn't put it here for some reason. So for car maintenance is 50, gas is still 100, 500 will go to Papa, and then 30 will go to property. So let's go ahead and calculate that. So that's $680. All right. So we always need to know what we have left to work with at each category. We always start with our total income, which is $2,281.14. Then we're going to minus the expenses and the items that's listed under the expense category. And I see I messed up already, so let's do that again. So that's $341.77. So that leaves us with $1,939.37. Then we're going to go to our envelope system and we're going to minus the $703. And that's going to leave us with $1,236.37. Then we're going to minus the sinking funds of $680. So that leaves us with $556.37. And we're just going to take that remaining. We won't be sending anything to debt because that comes from our side of income. We will not be sending anything to savings because we sent something to savings, not only from our income, but some income that had came in. I went ahead and pushed that all to the savings category. And so for unbudgeted, we're just going to send that full amount back. Now, we already know that part of that is the $412.44. So we actually are just adding $143.93, which is totally fine. So this is how I'm going to budget my paycheck and move the money around where it should go. Okay. Now, as I stated, I had prior to this recording, I had actually recorded. So I've already filled out my cash envelopes, but I'm going to go over with you. These are cash envelopes in the trackers from the wallet that I purchased from Amazon from the Solite company. And so I use this because I am cashless. I do not take cash from a bank and stuff these. This is simply for tracking. So I know what category has which category has what a certain amount of money in it. I don't know why I can't get it out, but you know what I'm saying is that I just wanted to know how much money I have in each category. There we go. It was coming. So first we start with fun money. And as we know from our sheet, we just added the $50 for that. So then household, we spent out of the, these are all out of whack. Oh, they're not out of whack, but I do have a gifts. Ooh, I might as well do that because I don't think I did that last time. So you do get a little. Oops. So we do have this. We can go ahead and fill this out. This category is gifts. And the beginning balance is going to be 0 because nothing was in there. And then we're going to deposit $300. So now we have a $300 balance. Okay. So last time I didn't do that. So look at that. There we go. So that's gifts. Then we have groceries. Let's put this up here. And I just deposited the $60 because we spent out of that category. Now we have household. And I deposited $43. We already had a balance of $10.09. So the total balance is $53.09. Then we have personal. I did the deposit of $150. We have spent out of this category prior to funding this. And lastly, we have restaurants. And I deposited $100 and we had $2.03 remaining. So this is what I usually do when I get my paycheck. I really want to be very proactive with managing where my money is going and putting it there right away. So nothing won't be lingering and I won't be overspending in categories that I shouldn't be spending in. If you're new to my channel and you would love to be part of my village, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to be part of it. All returning subscribers, thank you. Everyone hit the thumbs up to let them know I'm here. As well as you can share with your family, friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.